Friends, going to talk on Guinea, a country in Western Africa along with the sea coast. Not a very small country, neither a big one. It has a population of approximately 12.2 million, while the area consists slightly more than 245,000 square kilometer. It got its independence from France in 1958. And since then, it has been facing lots of uncertainties, upheavals because of coup d'etat, sometimes so-called democratic regimes, sometimes undemocratic. And the present government was there since a decade, 2010. But the people were unhappy after the then president changed the constitution to fight for the third time, won the election, but then crime, corruption was rising quite a lot. UNO and various other NGOs and agencies claimed that human rights violations were normal, especially against women workers, and the police was extremely tyrant. The present coup d'etat, the regime was overthrown by the existing army, and now army claims that it will establish democracy there. Well, even the people are happy. They have come in the streets welcoming this military regime, not realizing that however bad were they, the military is part of them only. And military cannot establish democracy or socialism or pro-people regime. It does not. Unless military was part of a regime which was for the people, of the people and by the people, otherwise it doesn't happen. We have a recent example in Myanmar in Asia, few months back. And what has it done to its people, we all are aware by and large. So, what has led to this? Why Africa, a continent which is the richest as far as its wealth are concerned, under its ground in form of ore, mines, etc. And same time the poorest continent, extreme poverty. There are countries in Asia as well. The divide of North Globe and South Globe, I will not go on that, must read on them. Now what I wanted to talk about is the Chinese connection, the Chinese investment in Guinea as well as little bit in Africa. Little bit will mention that. I am not saying Chinese were behind this coup, not at all. China will not like to have this coup. Because after the coup, what will Chinese do? It's a big question for the Chinese, but before that, Chinese capital in Africa has been more than $210 billion. And as far as Guinea is concerned, China imports 50% of bauxite that is extracted from the earth. It is a very rich country as far as bauxite is concerned, which is in form of rocks, and the main source of making aluminium, which is used in making aeroplanes, iPhones, cars, furniture, etc. Very useful, required. And after China has penetrated here, various other countries which were exporting the same ore, like Australia, has been sidelined. Guinea, like even Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana and other countries, they have been the main source of exporting countries for China. And China has to rethink that how should it invest further in these countries. Like DR Congo has asked China to re-evaluate its earlier contracts, probably under the influence of pressure from the Western countries. Because as Western America think that China has got an easy contract, in any case, they want their influence, their hegemony to continue in Africa, which China is slowly forcing them out because of its more reasonable, easier capital, be it in form of loan, infrastructure constructions, wherein China has advanced quite a lot, leaving all the Western countries far behind. Energy, road, you must have heard, Belt Road Initiative. China is leading power as far as infrastructure is concerned. 14 Chinese state-private owned companies had a long-term relation. Now what will happen to that? Because the present regime and its leaders, military leaders, are supposed to have a good relation with USA and France. It may be hearsay, but not absolutely. Now, little bit on Africa, not in detail, just in short. Trade between China and Africa grew 20 times since 2000 till 2019, more than $200 billion worth. Foreign direct investment from China to Africa grew 100 times in the same period. Accumulative investment in Africa is $100 billion, and China claims, it says that 20% of that is as aid to African countries, to the African people. If part of that is also true, America will not like it, because not only Africa, but the other neighboring Asian countries of China, they are changing their loyalties unless there is a coup, there is some government that comes with force or otherwise, which is pro-America. It doesn't happen. Afghanistan is gone. And so many other South Asian as well as Central Asian countries are changing their loyalties, their sides for the self-development. Latin American stories you must have been reading, even I have been talking, like what is happening in Peru, earlier in Bolivia, Venezuela, etc. It is the wealth that you have which USA and its allies do not want that you should own it. Even your own capitalists, like in India, they do not want that people should own it. Even they know socialism in India, it belongs to them only, but whatever the people had little bit, like in Indian Railway, in mines, in BSNL, LMTNL, etc., the big capitalists have eye on that. They want to own it directly. The middle class has swelled quite a lot in India. They want to extract from there, from the banks. This is a natural process. If you rise, if you make hue and cry, maybe a liberal government comes, a patriotic government comes, a national government comes, does something for you, but over a period of time, when you cool down, relax, reverse takes place. It's happening in USA itself. USA government is not pro its people. Thank you, friends. Your comments are welcome.